forever, ever, forever, forever.
Open up the rhyme book and read the composition. I can truly give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my own cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to feed. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget, we on the mission.
It's week 16 of the National Football League. And up next is one of the best nicknames in football, Sauce Gardner, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Eagles and the Bears, and it's
well,
all
you couldn't ask for a more
next.
picturesque day and perfect weather for a game of football, as excitement is high for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
Daniel Carlson ready to get us started. And we're underway from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So out come the Bears, ready for their first possession. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
Kate, he's had some time to work past their last game, and he needed every second of it. A 4-interception game isn't easy for anybody to move on from, even for the shortest of memories. He's got to get his head right this week. This team needs him to deliver.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
All right, here we go. Second down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage.
And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Chicago brings out the punting unit. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. Hauls in this punt at the 8. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year signal caller.
I think we could give them a pass from last week because they still found a way to win, and that's the ultimate job of a quarterback. But those interceptions, that's not what we're used to seeing out of him week to week. The 2 touchdowns, though, well, that's the bar he wants to hit each and every time out, and when he gets there, usually good things follow.
Gets this to Sanders. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
On the give, it's Sanders. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jelani Tavai ranging in for the stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Second down now, 7 to go. He's dropping back to throw. Finds Sanders. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They go right back to Sanders. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Back to throw on third down. He finds Sanders. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They've been leaving him open, and that is something they're going to have to button up in the near future, Brock, considering the type of start this guy is having.
Yeah, this running back's making all sorts of friends with his buddies in his offensive huddle. Enemies on the other side, but this kind of production means everybody's going to get to eat today.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Brought in right side. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles have a great first drive and get the game's first points. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Carlson good on the extra point. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's Stroud. Flushed out of the pocket. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money and a lot of glamour in this league, but today, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback getting the ball out of his hand more quickly, he's got to start protecting himself. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Completed over the middle. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Daniel Whelan on the punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. He'll get it at the 9. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner, up past the 35. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have it here after forcing that punt to end the first. Sanders on the shotgun handoff. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Really gay there on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Now looking to throw. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pull out in front further, 13-zip. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Carlson now to add one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Bears nothing. Daniel Carlson set.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Chicago's offense trotting out there for another series. They haven't been able to get that offense going just yet, Brock. The deficit at 14. First and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively. That defense, it'll give up that completion every time. They don't just like it, they love it. Because it creates a fun little race between everybody coming downhill to go make that tackle, or in this case, run him right out of bounds.
Third and long for him here. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
That's good for a Chicago Bears.
From the gun, Stroud. Escapes the pocket. He gets a little something out of it before sliding to a stop. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Complete beyond the marker. Racing down the left side. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. You're good on the point after. And the Bears chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Brown with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And with the end of the season in sight, he's looking for a strong finish to capture that NFL rushing crown. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. They'll go from the gun with Sanders. And that's good for a gain of 5. Dax Hill up for the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's Sanders once more. He cuts it to the right sideline. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Another try following the sack. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's on the move. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Eagles are in punt formation. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. And the fair catch secure here at the 16. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's Stroud now. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be touched down a yard shy of that marker. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Hits his running back. And he pushes it up across the 30 before going out.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
This is caught inside the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead just before halftime. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Daniel Carlson set to kickoff.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Chicago getting set to take the field now. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw, Stroud. It is caught left side.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
From the 40 on second down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Stroud throwing here on first. Throwing the out route complete. And this play heads out of bounds. Marker down though, Brock. Could be some free yards here.
The passer, defense.
Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. Has it down close. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Groupie sends it through. And that'll get him back to 11. So as we reach, we'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. On now is York to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he's found many a gift in the end zone this season. As we work through December, he is currently tops in the league in rushing scores. Finds his man Rice. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
Sanders running dead ahead. And again, they stall him out at the line. He couldn't get it. Here's the snap on 4th. Has a man. It's Brown. Big play. Pushes them beyond midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Again, he's got room. Running in the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Handoff here to Sanders. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. Sanders. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They are just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And the kickoff is... Out of the end zone, touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Here come the Bears back out on offense. And this game might be... First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hey.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And they're going to drag him down after a decent gain. He gets up to the 36. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Throwing is Stroud. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
He's got Harrison. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. So it's 2nd down coming up. Stroud from the pistol. Hits him on the out route.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Stroud now on 3rd. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Bears.
Here we go. Let's go.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Barkley. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go to Barkley again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Bears start the second half with some needed points. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
Now is York to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. The Eagles are being led back out there on... First and 10 now from the 30. Trying the inside handoff to Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 44. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. A run here with Sanders. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Man in motion here. From the 47. Finds Sanders. And he's brought down for a loss. Even with this lead, keeping the pedal down. Here he is on 3rd and long. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Bears pick it up, headed the other way.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 19-yard line.
They run it with Saquon. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Bears.
And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he turns a little room to work into a game down to the 9. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Here we go. 3rd and 4.
Shotgun now, first round. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up, and they created the takeaway.
Offense in the hurry up now. On 2nd and 9. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
And he's stopped cold by that defensive front. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, this certainly has been a memorable contest for him. His coaches, man, they're going to take this kind of output every single game.
This goes a little beyond the expectations they have for him, maybe even for himself. What impresses me so much, Kate, the guy just doesn't tire. Getting stronger, literally, as this game's going on.
He finds some space again. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the 4th. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Carlson adds the extra point. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. The Bears offense now heads back out to the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Barkley's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down.
All right.
Here's Stroud now. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face second down.
All right.
From the gun, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Hurry up offense now as time runs down.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
On 3rd and long, it's Stroud. Complete out to the right. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
All right.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 36. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first.
He only needed an inch, Kate, and it was a good thing because he had to fight for that. That defense put up a game effort, nearly made the play to get themselves off the field.
Here we go.
Stroud throwing here on first. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The Bears decide to call their first timeout. They'll come up 1st and 10.
Hey.
Now it's Stroud. Dump off caught by his back.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
It's second and inches at the Eagles' 16-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Throwing the out route complete. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline. They'll come up 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 10-yard
Oh, ready.
line.
Hey.
To the air yet again, it's Stroud. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Timeout Chicago. It uses its second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Here we go. Let's go. Today.
Trying again, following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 4th and long. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Sanders on the give, headed right. And he found some running room for a nice gain. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
2nd and 3 now. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Hauled in by Rice. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Launches one deep downfield. And this is into the end zone, but incomplete. It was a win no matter what. They decided, hey, let's try for another touchdown, the knee it out. Either way, this one's over. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Chicago.
She's a provocateur, dance floor. T playing in the AMG. Let it rain on me. On my head, boys, I'm on my knees like that. Lord, please pray for me. Save your grace for me.
Say, boy, what you want? Get that. Shoot in my mouth, shoot in my and one. Okay, on the real, I'ma take his soul. I'ma take him from his. On the real, I think he knows.
I think he knows. When I play with him like that. I think he knows. When I say to him like that. He's wrapped around my pinky finger, watching the way I move. More power than on. And he knows it's true.